Field lights, wings shine mean in the heat of the night. Push trucks rolling, engines cry, heartbeat hitting like a war drum sky. Fuel fumes burning, crowd starts to roar. You ain't here to live, you're here for war. Green flag snaps and you're loosing the wind, throwing dirt and chasing that wind. Throttle pinned, elbows out wide, hunting that cushion like it stole your pride. Slide job, send it deep in the corner and pray it sticks. Right rear throwing clay off the cushion's grip. Slide job, fans bang boards yelling, send it son, glory or wreck, there ain't no in between rides. Slide job, hold tight baby, this ain't no parade, this is dirt track thunder and we came to invade. Like a freight train swing, G-forces bite when they ride rear digs. Slick in the middle, tacky up high, living on the edge of a half-second line. One mistake and you're kissing the wall. Heroes rise fast, legends fall. This ain't a game for the calm or tame. Fortune screams aloud for the ones who aim. Hammer down, lean hard on that wing. If you ain't risking it all, you ain't winning a thing. Slide job, send it deep in the corner and pray it sticks. Right rear throwing clay off the cushion's grip. Slide job, fans bang boards yelling, send it son, dirt in your teeth, but damn this life fun. Slide job, wide open hearts and a world built on grit. Ain't no better feeling than making her stick. White flag waving, hands ain't steady. Last lap, breathe deep, keep heavy. One more dive, no fear, no shame. Stand on it, son, claim your name. Slide job, checkers fly, crowd shakes the ground. Victory lane, you're the talk of this town. Slide job, from the mud to the lights, we were born to drive. A slide job's more than a move, it's how we survive.
Welcome and good evening. Welcome to DRSN. This is here for the season 22 start of the Dirty Old Bachelor 360 Sprint Series. It's been just about 4 months now since the Dirty Old Bachelors had a 360 sprint race back in December 15th. Season 21 ended on that date. Ryan Avila taking home the championship in season 21. Mason Hannigan and Spencer Putney was your top three in the point standings last season, and they are all here tonight. Actually, did I see Ryan? We're 60 cars deep here tonight. If you have not been here for a Dirty Old Bachelors 360 sprint race or 410 race, you are in for a treat tonight. I see 60 cars. I see Tanner Pettit's here. I see Tyler Shell, the all-time winning Dirty DOB sprint car leader here at Knoxville. It's won a total of 12 races between the 360 sprints and the 410 sprints. We see some cars out here on the track for practice right now. We take a look here at the number 90 of Trevor Royer. Let's see if we can get some stuff up here on the board for you. with Trevor out there on the racetrack right now, getting some laps and getting some practice laps. And we've got about 6 minutes here in practice. Take a look at what we got upcoming. Really happy to be here tonight. SGR Simon Gallo Racing sponsoring the Dirty Old Bastards broadcast here for season 22, and they invited us in here, so really happy to be here. We've been doing a lot of NASCAR races and endurance races, GT4 races. Man, it is really happy to be back on the dirt. I wish it wasn't foggy here at Knoxville tonight, but we're going to make the most of it. But here we are at Knoxville, the sprint car capital of the world, half-mile dirt oval. Pretty heavy progressive banking. What you're going to see is you're going to see guys using the bottom of the racetrack and the top. That cushion's really where you want to be. As we see Trevor up on the top of the racetrack right now, we take a look here at Conaduddick. Going to spin out of the infield off of turn number 4. But that bottom of the racetrack can be pretty quick. It's a short way around, but it's also flat. And so if you can get the car working down there, you're going to have an advantage. Everybody's going to be trying to run the top from the middle to the top of the racetrack. See who we have here in the lobby right now. We've got about 5 minutes left in this practice session, and we're going to get our qualifying started. Thank you for being here with us tonight. We are I can't even tell you how happy we are to be here. But we got a double header tonight. We're going to do this sprint car race, the DOB sprint cars, and then we're going to come back at 11 o'clock Eastern. So, if you like to stay up late at night, you're looking for a race, come check us out for the Western Racing League Truck Series, the Viking Construction Truck Series. We're going to bring that from 100 laps at Darlington, I believe, tonight. So I have my buddy Tim White in the booth with us for that one. Let's see, nobody on the racetrack right now, so we'll just kind of take the scenic way around Knoxville. Really hoping these clouds lift. It doesn't really give a great broadcast when they're like this here, but so we'll take a look. I'm taking a look at kind of some historic stats. Like we said, Tyler Schell, 12 wins in the sprint cars in a combination between the 360s and the 410s here at Knoxville. Ryan Avila taking home the championship in season 21. I did not see Ryan in the lobby tonight, but I do see a few of his Tanner Pettit teammates. We'll take a look here and see who we can find. So a few of the Tanner Pettit drivers. We got Austin Mueller, Kenny Hoffman, Aiden Forrester, and Tanner Pettit all here with us. We've also got some drivers here from the Black Diamond Motorsports. We got Mason Hannigan there in the number 5. I see Jay Schaaf out here as well. SGR. We got a few of the SGR drivers here. We got A-Case, Shane Gallo, William Clapp, and Dustin Steinman all with us tonight from SGR. Raise the Bar. I see Joseph Grandy here with us tonight from the Raise the Bar, and also Elbow Up Sim Sports. Thought we were going to get Braden Eiler out here, but Tyler Schell from Elbow Up Sim Sports here with us tonight. Who else is out here on the racetrack? We see, like I said, there's Austin Mueller, Mason Hannigan there, Michael Shuring from SS Racing. So a few different teams out here tonight. Chris Schaefer from Inferno Motorsports. So 60 cars deep. We're going to run 2 laps of qualifying. That'll line up our 8-lap heat races. We're going to spread these cars out on 5 heat races, so 60 cars, probably 12 cars a heat. Top 4 out of each heat will go to the show. Then we'll spread them out. The next 4 will go to the B main. Then we'll spread them out from the C and the D from there on out. So hopefully we're going to get racing here real soon. A couple minutes left in this practice session. Nobody else out on the racetrack right now. So we just kind of take a look around the Knoxville Speedway. I'm going to have to talk to Chris Roberts up there in race control. Get this fog cleared out of here for next time. But as we're getting going here, we're going to first off, we'll take a look at the upcoming schedule here for the DOB, for the Dirty Old Bastards. We're going to come back next week at Houston Speedway for a 40-lap feature. Week number 3 will be at Charlotte on March 31st, and on April 7th, we're going to go to Port Royal Eldora Speedway on the 14th. That'll be a good one. Kevin Harvey's so we're going all over the country here. We're going to go from Ohio to California, out to Kern Raceway, then back to Pennsylvania for Williams Grove. Cedar Lake Speedway on May 5th, and then we're going to end the season at Volusia down in Florida on May 12th. We'll also take a look here at the upcoming events here for the DRSN. As we said earlier, Western Racing League coming up at 11 o'clock Eastern tonight after this is over with the NASCAR trucks at Darlington. We're going to be back on Thursday night for the Nitro Zone Racing League. That's the second race in their season. trucks also at Atlanta. They'll be back here, as we just said, next Tuesday night with the DOB one more time at Huset's. Nitro Zone back again next Thursday night for short track action at Iowa. DOB on the 31st, and the Western Race League comes back with the NASCAR trucks at Rockingham on the 31st. So a lot of action coming up here on DRSN Network. And if you've got a race you're trying to get covered, special event, league, whatever you have, we can cover everything from street stocks to 24-hour endurance races. So just hit us up. Let us know. We've got commentators who can cover just about everything. If you've got something in German, I even know a guy that does German. So, all right. Appreciate you being here with us. We're just about getting ready to rock and roll. A minute and a half left here in the warm-up's going to get the drivers meeting going here. And then we'll get over to qualify and get out here on the racetrack. So as they're wrapping that up, we're just going to quick commercial break here from Admin Box. If you're looking for some equipment from Admin Box, use the code DRSN-box for a discount. We'll be back in just about a minute. And it looks like as we jumped over, they started qualifying, so we're just going to come right back from that commercial break. We'll get back to them later on. Let's see, it looks like we need to refresh our... There we go. So right now, it's at the top of the charts. Connor Dudek right now with a 15.654, but times are coming in a hurry. Matt Hinkle there in the second spot. Brandon Voigt in third. Dean Reynolds, we'll take a look here at Dean Reynolds on the racetrack. Landon Cordoza to the top of the charts at a 15.576. Tyler Schell comes into third with a 15.657. There goes Spencer Putney, last year's third place runner in the points, up to the top of the points, or up to the top of the charts right now. Is going to come in at a 15.54. So Putney with a 15.536. Cordoza right there behind him at a 15.576. Kenny Hoffman up to third, but here comes Mason Hannigan. Mason Hannigan probably ran more races with the DOB than anybody else. Is going to put himself into third at a 15.591. Tyler Schell back there in the sixth spot. It's going to be Alec Strzynski in sixth, and that is going to wrap it up there for qualifying. That was in a hurry, so we'll see if we can find some results here for you. So Spencer Putney at the top, going to take the top spot here in qualifying at 15.537. Landon Cordoza, Mason Hannigan, Kenny Hoffman, Connor Dudek, Tyler Schell, Alex Strzynski. Can't see Dustin's last. We'll just call him Big Money. Aiden Forrester, Matt Hinkle, Braden Voigt, Dean Reynolds, Chad Griggs with a nice run there in the 13th spot. So we'll get that off the board. We'll get to our lineup here for heat race number 1. And let's see, that is not showing these overlays never want to work very well with the sprint cars here. So I'm showing Parker Leak right now on the pole. Braden Voigt, Tyler Schell, Spencer Putney. That a 4-car invert for the heat races. So that puts Putney to the outside of the second row there for heat race number 1. Shane Yoist. See if this will pull this up now for us and give us an accurate. Alright, so it looks like it's going to be... Go to the short tower here. Alright, looks going to be Parker Leak and Braden Voigt there on the front row. Well, I got to get a close cam here with this horrible fog here tonight here at Knoxville. I'm going to have to pay him an extra $5 or something to get this off here. Got a Braden Voigt fan in the YouTube chat. Thanks for being here with us. And it's Voigt, Leak, Voigt, and Tyler Schell. Spencer Putney going to be the top 4. Michael Sheridan, Bowen Smith, Chris Schaefer, Tony Dominguez, Joshua Pickle, Aiden Thronberry, and Robert Wojcik going to round out our 12-car field here in heat race number 1 for the DOB here at Knoxville. Roll down the back straightaway here, come off turn number 2 right in front of the Sprint Car Museum. All right, my name's Chris Murphy with DRSN. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Opening night of the DOB 360 Sprint Series. Parker Leak, Braden Voigt's going to bring us to the line. And green flag is in the air for the first heat race of the season. And it's Leak to the point. Voigt up on the outside. Look at Tyler Shell down the bottom of the racetrack trying to make that work. He's going to slide up in the middle. They're going to be 3 wide for coming off of turn number 2 for second. But it's Parker Leak out in front. We're up on the top of the racetrack. Right behind him, Braden Voigt, Spencer Putney, Tyler Shell, Michael Sheridan. Come across the line to lead lap number 1. And it's going to be Parker Leak leading the first lap of any race here for season 22 of the DOB. Right behind him, Braden Voigt. Shell going to take a look to the bottom. Can't quite clear that slider. He's going to stay around the bottom of the racetrack. Just can't get a good enough run off of 2 to get up into that second spot. But right now, your transfer cars are Leak, Voigt, Shell, Sheridan on the bubble. Spencer Putney is on the outside looking in, back in that 5th spot. Actually, no, sorry, they're transferring 5, so he is in the final transfer spot. Shane Yost is the first car out there in the 6th spot. Shell now up to second. He is going to slide up in front of Voigt. Take that second spot away. Voigt back to the bottom. He is going to try to slider. Can't quite clear it. He's going to have to stay down to the bottom of the racetrack, and that is going to allow Shell to get by and Sheridan. So Shell and Sheridan now getting by Voigt. Voigt falling back to fourth, not back to 4th right now. Putney up on the outside of the racetrack. And Voigt, looks like Shane Yost trying to get into this fight. So we see this battle here for 4th and 5th between Putney and Voigt. Putney now back up to the 4th spot. We're single filed up in the front. We've got 3 laps left to go. Your leader still Parker Leak, but Shell is making that bottom of the racetrack work. He is closing up on our leader here in heat race number 1. We look to the back. Voigt now, a little bit of contact. We got some cars going around, and it looks like Voigt is around. We got our first caution flag of the night. We'll see if we can see what happened here. Take a quick look at the replay. I guess I'm going to get the sprint car replay. So we see Voigt down on the bottom of the racetrack. That's a 17 of Putney to his outside. Voigt gets a little bit loose off the corner. Not sure who that 33 is right there, but it looks like, let's see, let's go full speed here. And it looks like Voigt just kind of doesn't see that car up on his outside. It just slides up into that outside, tries to go up that outside line, but somebody had it occupied right there, and that is going to be the cause of our first caution flag. We got a couple laps here. We got 2 laps left to go here in heat race number 1. So it is Parker Leak. Parker has led all 8 laps of this race right now. Started on the pole. He's led from the start, but watch Shell. I think we're going to see Shell with a good jump on this restart, looking to the bottom of the racetrack, getting into turn number 1. So right now our transfer cars are Leak, Shell, Sheridan, Putney, and Shane Yost in that 5th spot. We got 3 cars out there behind him. It's Joshua Pickle there, or Pickle, in the 3rd spot. I'm sure it's not Pickle, but that's what I'm going to call it. Gonna roll down through here 1 and 2. You can see Shell kind of size and Leak up right there. It's pulling up alongside him saying, hey buddy, I'm right here. Rolling off of turn number 2. Coming to the restart one more time with a couple of laps left to go. Actually, my timing is scoring, so there's 3 laps left to go at this point. I'm off of turn number 4, and we are going to be green flag one more time. Parker Leak, Tyler Shell, Michael Sheridan, and Leak with a good jump. Shell just not able to get up alongside him. Looks like we're going to have a battle back here for our transfer spot. We see Yost back here trying to hang on. He has got Putney and Pickle right there with him. So Pickle right there. White flag is in the air. We're taking a look at our final transfer spot as Tyler Shell has made his way around Leak for the point. They're side by side down the back straightaway. Leak down to the bottom. He is going to take the spot, slide up into the turn number 3. Shell crosses over back to the bottom of the racetrack. They're going to come off at turn number 4. It's a drag race, and it's going to be Shell with the win here in heat race number 1. And it looks like Spencer Putney's going to come home in 5th, and our final transfer car is going to be the 40 of Joshua Pickle. So heat race number 1 is complete. Pull up our quick results here for this heat race, and it's not going to show it to us. Let's see here. Here we go. Most of our overlays, most of all this stuff is all built for NASCAR and everything like that, and sometimes it doesn't work very good with, unfortunately, with the dirt stuff. I don't know why, but see what we can find here. No, it's just not going to load up for us. All right. Got some fancy graphics here for you, and they're just not working at all. So we're going to get heat race number 2 underway. Gavin Chapman, Dean Reynolds, Alex Szczerzinski, Landon Cordova, James Turnbull. I'm going to get any of this stuff to work here tonight. Alright, so it's going to be Szczerzinski on the pole. We get started heat race number 2, 8-lap heat race, top 5 to the show. It's Chapman, Reynolds, Szczerzinski, Cordova, Turnbull, Parker Annis, Zachary Good, Austin Motley, Jack Young, William Clapp back here in the 10 spot, Austin Griffey, and we're just going to say Jarrett because I can't pronounce his last name. So Jarrett back here in the 12 spot in the 56. We're going to go around here one more time. Gonna have to find a way to put a grid together for these events because all the fancy stuff does not work. Just doesn't like the heat race format and not counting the green flag. So Chapman Reynolds on the front row, heat race number 2. 60 cars here tonight. 5 cars at heat race going to go to the show. I think we're going to run all the way to a D main, so a D, C, B, and A. But we are looking to get heat race number 2 underway as we roll through turn number 3. Chatham on the bottom. On the time in this corner it says 58. I think it says 99 on the car, but kind of hard to tell in this fog. And Green is in the air, and Chapman with a fantastic jump. Here comes a Szczerzinski down to the bottom of the racetrack. We've got a 3-way fight up for second off of turn number 2. And Szczerzinski, that Turnbull, I think it was, actually crossed up, caused that accident right there. We've got cars flipping everywhere. We've got Dean Reynolds involved in this. We've got Landon Cardoza involved in it. Looks like Parker Annis involved. We see the 56 here. See if we can see what happened there with that incident. Take a quick look here. It happened back here in a second and third spot. Szczerzinski there in second. And as they came down into turn number 2, he just got a little, actually coming down to turn number 1 here to start the second lap. We're 3 wide off of 4. I have to turn my rewinds time down just a little bit. But you can see, just loses the back of the car, comes down in front of the 21, crosses over. That starts the whole pileup. The 21 car upside down. He is going to go for a ride. And I'm not sure who that was on the outside, but a great job of avoiding it so we can see the 21 upside down. It looks like Szczerzinski might have got away with this with not a lot of damage. I'm not sure who that is going for a ride back there. It might be, I think it's Cardoza. Yeah, Landon Cardoza went for one heck of a ride. He's still going. All right, get back to live time here. Get back to green. It looks like Gavin Chapman. Lights are out on the pace track. We're going to go around one more time. Chapman with the lead. Szczerzinski. We'll see if, you know, it's kind of a racing deal right there. No intent. He just got in the corner a little hard, lost the back of the car, and came down across the nose of Cardoza and started that whole melee right there. We're going to single file up here as we're going to come off at turn number 4, come across the stripe here one more time around. We'll be back to green flag here for heat race number 2. Appreciate you being here with us. If you're out there in the YouTube world, let us know how it's sounding out there. If we need to turn the car sounds up a little bit, but we're going to go back to green flag here off of 4, and it's Chapman with another good jump. He's been really good on these restarts. So Szczerzinski now settles into second. It looks like Turnbull up there on the outside in that third position. Zachary Good in fourth. The battle for that final transfer spot is the 3 cars. It looks like Motley Young and William Clapp all battling out for that last transfer. Clapp up there on the outside of the racetrack, but it's Jack Young right now in that final transfer. And Serznitzky down to the front, Chapman down to the bottom of the racetrack. He is going to slide up. No, he's going to hold the bottom of the racetrack off of 4. Able to slide up in front of Serznitzky as it comes off the corner across the stripe here to complete lap number 3. It's Chapman, Alex Serznitzky down the bottom. They're side by side for the lead. We're side by side for second and third. We're also got a heck of a battle going in the back, but we're going to stay on this battle for the lead with Chapman and Serznitzky side by side. It looks like that bottom's starting to come in. You can see Chapman working the bottom to the middle of the racetrack, coming off the corner. He's got a good run off of 4. Down into turn number 1. He's just not able to clear it. We're going to take a look back here. I see William Clapp's now retired. Did not see what happened to him, but no caution. We look at our transfer spot. We got Austin Mooney. Right behind him is the 57 of Austin Griffey. That is your battle right there for the final transfer spot. We're back to the front. Chapman starting to separate himself away from Serznitzky, and we have got our second caution. Looks like it might have been Turnbull. Caution number 2 is out on lap number 5. We're going to have 3 laps left to go in this race. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that, buddy. See if we can see what happened to Turnbull. You see him right up there on the top of the racetrack. Just gets up on that berm. And you know that berm here at Knoxville, he's going to slide up the racetrack. Lucky nobody else got into him, but it was enough to bring out the caution. And you know, especially with this fog right here, you don't really see that berm. But that thing is dangerous. You get that left front up on there. Now, if you're really good at it, you can get the left front up on there, and that'll really dig in that right rear. You can get around the bottom of the racetrack, but it is pretty tough to do. You got to be pretty skillful out there to ride that berm here at Knoxville. You'll see him do it in real life, but in the sim world, it's even more difficult. All right, lights are still on the pace truck. Going to come around here one more time. Chapman, Serznitzky. Let's see if this shows us our... Oh, that is not helping us one bit, is it? All right, Chapman, Serznitzky, Good, Motley, Austin Griffey, Jarrett Garino, and James Turnbull. 7 cars left in this race. I think Jack Young's going to make it back up, but I think he's a lap down at this point. As we roll down the back straightaway here, heat race number 2. 5 laps down, 3 to go. That's going to be a good one, Ryan. Thanks for being here. We're going to come off of turn number 4. Green flag in here one more time. And once again, Gavin Chapman with just a fantastic jump. Serznitzky trying to hang on. We got 3 or 4 wide back here for this third spot. Somebody on the wall back there. Looks like that might have been Turnbull one more time. As we take a look here at Austin Griffey, your final transfer car sitting in the 5th spot. He has got Austin Motley right there in front of him in 4th. Battle here for 6th and 7th. White flag in here. One more lap to go for Gavin Chapman here. Heat race number 2. He has got about a half a second lead. Our battle right now is for that final transfer spot. It is Griffey in the 5th spot, but he has got quite the gap back to Jarrett Garini. So it looks like Griffey's going to hold on to that. We're going to roll through 3 and 4 here one more time. Going to come across the line, and Chapman's going to take the win. Serznitzky coming home in 2nd. Zachary Good in the 3rd spot. That is going to wrap it up for heat race number 2. We are going to get set for heat race number 3. As we're getting gridded up for heat race number 3, it is Rylan Gray. Let's see if I can get any of these results to show up here from earlier. I don't think so. There we go. There's heat race number 1. There's Tyler Shell Parker, Leak Michael Sheridan. Let's see if we can see heat race number 2. There's our results from heat race number 2. Gavin Chapman, Alex Serznitzky, Zachary Good, Austin Motley, Austin Griffey, Jarrett Garini, James Turnbull. That was heat race number 2. So for heat race number 1, or heat race number 3, sorry, Ryland Gray is going to be on the pole. Outside of him, Chad Griggs. Chad Griggs, Ace Sim Sports, right there in the 227, or the 27 actually on the screen. Got different numbers on our timing and scoring than they have on the race cars. They don't make it easy for us. Dustin, Big Money Sargent, they're going to start in third. Fast time in this heat race was Mason Hannigan. He's going to start outside of row number 2. Come off at turn number 2 one more time down the back straightaway. Heat race number 3 getting ready to get started. 8 laps, 5 going to transfer to the show. Next 5 will go to the B. Ryan the Great, Chad Griggs. Watch that 27 on the outside. Had a chance to run a race to Daytona with Chad the other day. Hadn't seen him run around in a little while, but he is outside front row here for heat race number 3. Let's see if he's got anything for those guys. Ryan Gray on the pole is going to bring us to the line, and Gray with a really good jump. We've seen our pole sitter every heat race with a good jump, and Dustin Big Money Sargent's going to jump up into that second spot. We're 3 wide there for second at the moment. Griggs going to get by for second, going to put Sargent back to third. Look at Hannigan down on the bottom of the racetrack in the 7 trying to make it work. He is up alongside. Gets by Money for the third spot. He's got his sights set on Griggs. Look at Hannigan working the bottom. He is going to slide up the racetrack, not able to clear Griggs. Griggs alongside of Gray for the lead. Gray doing a good job up on the top of the racetrack. See if we can get a wider shot off of turn number 4. Gray, Griggs, Hannigan now up to second. Big slide from Hannigan. He is going to move up in that second spot, and here comes Griggs back down to the bottom. Sargent also taking a look to the inside of Hannigan, not able to make the pass. He settles into 4th. 5th place car right now is Adam Buchanan. He's got a pretty good spot there. He's our final transfer car, and he's got a little bit of a distance back to Blake Dawson. Hannigan now back to second. Griggs crosses back under. Oh, Hannigan and Griggs get together. Hannigan into the wall. No caution flag, but he has now fallen all the way back to 8th. So incident there with Griggs and Hannigan getting together, and that is going to put Hannigan out of the chase right now. 4 laps left to go. He is all the way back to 8th. He looks like that car is pretty ill handling right now. He's got some damage on it. Ryland Gray running away with this thing from Chad Griggs and Dustin Sargent. See if we got something going on here for that 5th and final transfer spot. We got Joseph Grandy out here right now in the 5th spot. Right behind him is Blake Burgess. The first car out in 6th. Hannigan now falling back even further. Still on the racetrack, but looked like he took some pretty heavy damage. He's not able to get around very good out there. He is not going to transfer out of this heat race. He is going to have to find his way out of the B, probably out of the D main at this point. We got a battle here for 3rd with Sargent and Buchanan. Sargent back around Buchanan for that. Actually, it's going to be Buchanan back to 3rd. Sargent in 4th. 1 lap left to go. It is Ryland Gray up there in front. Chad Griggs right there within striking distance. As they have anything, they head into turn number 3. Can you look to the bottom of the racetrack? Doesn't look like he's going to have enough of a head of steam. It's going to be Gray coming off a 4 to take the win here in heat race number 3. I think I saw Buchanan in the wall. Buchanan with some heavy damage right there, but he is going to limp across the line with a final transfer spot. Grandy's going to get 4th as they came off at turn number 4. And Buchanan's going to finish there with a couple of flips for us. So Buchanan and Sargent were running for that 3rd spot. It looked like Buchanan got into the wall 3 and 4, got lucky and was able to limp the car across the line to take that final transfer. All right, gonna get heat race number 4 underway. It looks like we're gonna see Tanner Pettit on the pole for this. We'll see if we can get anybody on the racetrack right here. As we're getting everybody lined up, we'll see if we can take a look at the results from heat race number 3. It was Ryland Gray. Just about a 0.4 of a second advantage over Chad Griggs, Dustin Sargent, Joseph Grandy, Adam Buchanan were our 5 transfers to the feature. Blake Burgess, Blake Dawson, Drew Bailey, Mason Hannigan. They're all going to find themselves to the B main. Tyler Benning as well. Joseph Groom and Colton Kinney are going to find their way into the C or D main. We'll see how this shapes up, how they put things together. But right now, we're getting started for heat race number 4. Tanner Pettit going to be on the pole here. Matthew Rogers, Aiden Forrester, Kenny Hoffman, that is going to be your top 4. We'll take a look here at the Tanner Pettit group in this race. We've got 3 Tanner Pettit, actually 4 Tanner Pettit racing cars stable in this race with Mealer, Pettit, Forrester, and Mealer. take a look coming off at turn number 2. We're going to get a couple of pace laps here. Heat race number 4. Actually, it's heat race number 4 underway. We're going to have 5 heat races. And I think we'll have a short C main. I don't know if they're going to split it up into a D and a C or not. We'll see how it shakes out. All right, so 12 cars in this race. Pettit on the pole. Matthew Rogers to his outside. Aiden Forster and Kenny Hoffman back there in the back. Some of the best dirt racing sprint car drivers you're going to see in all of iRacing right here in this heat race. This is a loaded heat for you with Pettit, Rogers, Hoffman, Forster. Going to roll off at turn number 4 here. Pacetrack's going to pull down into the infield. We're going to come off the corner. We're going to come off here. We're going to go green flag. Pettit, once again, our pole sitter with a good run. Forster hanging on back there. Look at Rogers up on the outside. So it's Rogers and Hoffman now. Forster slides up to take that second spot away. Rogers and Hoffman side by side there for third. Hoffman's going to clear him. Hoffman down to the bottom of his Tanner Pettit Racing teammate, not able to make the pass. He is going to settle up behind Forster there in that third spot. So we're Pettit, Forster, Hoffman. Now your top 3. Here comes Graham Huffman. He is going to move up to 4th. He gets around Matthew Rogers. That puts Rogers on the bubble there in that 5th spot. The final transfer car. Austin Mueller outside looking in. Hoffman now down working the bottom of the racetrack. Not able to gain up much momentum. Oh, big slide right there from Rogers. He tried to get that 4th spot back away from Huffman. Ended up dropping back. So Huffman on the outside right now in 4th, and we got a battle for the lead shaping up. Forster on the back of Pettit right now. Pettit with a little bit of bobble there coming off at turn number 2. Is that going to let Forster get a run into 3? They're going to both set up on the top of the racetrack. Hoffman's still there in 3rd. Oh, we got a little contact back there. It looks like Austin Mueller into 3. A little bit of contact with Rogers. That's going to let Klimowicz get by for that 6th spot. So Rogers still that final transfer car in 5th. 4 laps down, 4 laps left to go. It's still Tanner Pettit, Aiden Forster, Kenny Hoffman, Graham Huffman. Your top 4, the 5th place running car of Matthew Rogers started up outside the second, outside the front row actually. He's going to fall back. It looks like we might have an incident with Shane Gallo and Austin Mueller. They're both out of this race right now. Take a look back at our final transfer spot. It's still Matthew Rogers in the 26. But up front, it's Tanner Pettit. He's led every single lap of this race. 2 laps left to go. They're going to come across the stripe here, take the white flag. Pettit, Forster, Hoffman, Rogers, your top 5. That's your A-main cars here right now for heat race number 4. 1 to go. And it looks like Forster's just kind of happy there in that 2nd spot. Not really putting any pressure on Pettit. And it's going to be Pettit coming across the line to take the win here. Heat race number 4, Aiden Forster, Kenny Hoffman, Graham Huffman, Matthew Rogers in the 5th spot. John Klimowicz Jr. 6th. Trevor Royer, Dustin Steinman, AJ Case, or A Case as we call him, back there in the 9th spot. That is going to be the 9 cars that finish the race. All right, we're going to get heat race number 5 underway. My name is Chris Murphy here with DRSN. Thank you for joining us tonight. Opening race of season 22 for the Dirty Old Bastards 360 Sprints. It's been about 4 months since they ran a 360 sprint race. These guys are happy to get back out here. One of the best leagues, sprint car leagues in all of iRacing, the DOB. And they're bringing out some of the heavy hitters here tonight. We are seeing definitely some of the best drivers you're going to see in all the sprint car racing here with us tonight. This heat race, we're going to see Bryce Heinstein on the pole, Neville Elf, Matt Hinkle, Connor Dudick, Brandon Stewart, Cody Bodie. That is going to be our starting lineup here up front for heat race number 5. And if I get your name wrong, send me a message. We'll get it corrected next time. Not my strong point, announcing names. So Bryce Heinstein on the pole in this in number 84, Neville Elf in the 21, Connor Dudick, Connor Bodie is going to be our top 4 right there. We're going to take 5 more cars out of this. We see Hinkle They're in the 52. Going to start in that third spot. So 5 more cars. Heat race number 5, the last heat race of the night. Get our final 5 cars to the feature. 8 laps. '84 of Einstein. Ulf there in the 21 up on the outside. And pretty clean racing here. We've seen a few incidents here and there, but for the most part, last race, last couple races, both green to checkered. So the first couple of races had a caution or two, but we've been clean and green ever since. Racer's going to pull in one more timer off at turn number 4. Down into the infield, Einstein, Ulf, Hunkel, Dudek, your top 4. And once again, our pole sitter with a big jump. We've seen it in every single heat race so far tonight. The 84 of Einstein with a big jump up out front. We've got a good battle here throughout the mid-pack. The top 6 cars all on top of each other. It's Hinkle, Stewart, Ulf, Dudek right there in the 5th spot right now. It is Connor Dudek. He has got pressure from Cody Bodie. They're in that 6th spot down to the bottom of the racetrack. Bodie going to move up to 5th. He's going to take that final transfer spot. Matter of fact, he's looking for another spot. He's looking to take 4th, but he has lost some momentum on the bottom of the racetrack. He is going to slide back out of the transfer back to 6th. We have got a battle all the way throughout this field. Bryce Holstein out in front right now with about a 3-car length advantage over Matt Hinkle, Brandon Stewart, Neville Uff. Right now, your top 4. Then it is Dudek, and the top 5 trying to get away. They're single filed up there on the outside of the racetrack. The outside looks like the best place to be so far. As we look here at the 57, a little bit of contact right there. We see some into the outside wall. I think that was Brian Moore in the 10 car. He is going to fall back, and Hinkle now up to 2nd. That's going to put Stewart back to 3rd. Ulf and looks like Dudek going out here for the 4th and 5th spot. And here comes Cody Doty down to the bottom of the racetrack. He is back in the picture. He is big slider. He's going to take 3 spots right there. As it looked like that was Hinkle into the outside wall. Lost the nose ring, but still rolling. We're still under green flag. But Cody Bodie moving his way to the front. He has found an extra gear. He is now up to 2nd down on the bottom of the racetrack. He is making the bottom of the racetrack really work. The 21 of who is that? That looks like that might be Stewart. Stewart going to slide up in front of... Oh, contact right there. Big contact. Not sure who that was. It looks like Ulf just kind of drove right into the left side of Cody Bodie right there. Not sure what that was about. But Ulf and Bodie get together, and that collects a few cars in the back. We see Bodie right here in the... He's around. We see Dudek also with some damage. Ulf still out there on the racetrack in 7th. We'll see if we can see what happened right here. So we see the 21 of Stewart down on the bottom of the racetrack. The 1 of Bodie up on the top. And looks like just kind of got a little loose. Started to come down the racetrack, but Ulf just kind of really overdrove the car into the corner right there. Got into the left side. And we're going to lose 5 cars in that. We lost Connor Dudek, Matt Hinkle, Cody Bodie, Andrew May, and Brett Way. So we're down to 7 cars in this final heat race. We get back here to live time. And our leader out here, Bryce Onstein. Yeah, ignore that. Ignore that 1 flag to go there. All right, so we got 7 down, 2 left to go. Actually, 6 down. It's Einstein, Brandon Stewart, Jay Schaaf now made his way up into 3rd. He's up 6 spots, started back in 9th. Michael Shearing started back in the 11th spot, now up to 4th. Our Iowa driver, Michael Shearing there, up into the 4th spot. The final transfer spot right now is Casey Simmons. Las Vegas, Nevada driver up into the 5th spot. He has got Brian Moore Sr. right there behind him. But right now it's Bryce Einstein. I don't know if we really had much lead changes for any of these heat races. Einstein's led from the start here. And we're going to go green one more time. Heat race number 5. Bryce Einstein, Brandon Stewart, Jay Schaaf, Michael Shearing, and Casey Simmons. All right, get some of our other sponsor graphics up there. Corbin Matthews, country music singer. If you like some good country music, check out Corbin Matthews. He's putting out some new music just about all the time. But we're going to go back to green flag one more time. We're going to see the pace truck pull down in, come off of turn number 4, and immediately Bryce on the throttle. Gonna have a huge, huge lead going down in turn number 1. It's Stewart and Schaefer. They're battling out for second. Michael Schuring in the 4th spot. Casey Simmons right now holding on to that final transfer spot in 5th. We're gonna come across the line here, take the white flag. Schaefer to the bottom. Big slide up the racetrack. Contact right there. It looked like Stewart tried to get back up underneath. He got into the side of Schaefer. Schaefer into the outside wall. And it's going to be Stewart up to second. He is all over the back of Bryce Heinstein. He's going to look to the bottom end of turn number 3. Can he pull up the slider? He's going to do it. But here comes Bryce cutting back up underneath off of 4. It's a drag race to the line. It is going to be Bryce Heinstein taking the win. Brandon Stewart, Michael Schuring, Casey Simmons, and Neville Uff is going to take home the final transfer spot. Jay Schaefer was right up there battling for second. Some contact right there between him and that's going to unfortunately put him to the B main. See if we can take a look at some results here. We'll see the results here from heat race number 4. Now it's got to load back up, so we've got to get things loaded back up in here. We'll get back going. So we're getting ready to start one of our consolation races. It looks like we might be running, I don't know if this is officially a D or a C. It might be a D main. It's only 10 laps. Need the race control to send me a message, tell me if we're doing, this looks like a D, so it looks like we're going to have 4 mains. So we'll start off with a D main, which is going to be, I believe, 10 laps here. We'll go to a C, which will be 12. So I believe we're going to take 4 out of each race. We're just kind of guessing here, but we're going to roll off the line. Tyler Benning, Parker Annis, Aiden Thronberry, Matt Hinkle, Dean Reynolds, Joseph Groom, Shane Gallo. We're going to find their way into this D main, it looks like. We'll call it that until we find out different. We'll just call it a consolation now that our first consolation race of the evening here for the opening night of the DOB Season 22 at Knoxville. My name is Chris Murphy with DRSN. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to be here every Tuesday night for this 9-race season. We're going to roll around here one more time. Let's see if we can go back and get our results from heat race number 5. There we go. Bryce Heinstein came home in first. Brandon Stewart, Michael Schuring, Casey Simmons, Neville Uff was your 5 transfer card. Brian Moore, Connor Dudick, Jay Schaefer, Cody Bodie had a good run going, but unfortunately ended up upside down. Matt Hinkle, Andrew May, and Brad Waite. That was our heat race number 5 results. All right, Parker Annis in the number 2. He has got Tyler Benning in the 57 to his outside. Aiden Thronberry, Matt Hinkle right there behind him in the second row. So we're going to come to the green flag. Kind of a slow start here through 3 and 4. Watch that 2-car get a big jump as soon as the pace truck pulls in. That has been the tactic of just about every single driver tonight. As soon as that pace truck pulls in, they are hard on the throttle, and that is going to be Annis down to the bottom of the race. Actually up on the outside. Thronberry looked to the bottom, not able to get a run. We're 3 wide there for 3rd and 4th. It looks like Cardoza, Groom, and Hinkle there. And we've got a car into the outside wall, and that looks like that might be Matt Hinkle. Matt Hinkle is going to find himself into the infield. So once again, not the night for Matt Hinkle he'd hoped for. He finds his way out of this consolation race where we got a battle back here. It looks like for the final transfer spot, we're going to say 5 are transferring on. So the final transfer spot right now is Tyler Benning, as we've got a great battle going on right here for about 4th on back. Groom into 3rd right now. Thronberry in 4th. Andrew May in the 5th spot. We're 3 wide for 6th, 7th, and 8th right now between Reynolds, Benning, and Schaefer. Looks like Benning into the outside wall. He's going to fall back a few spots, but out in front, we got a battle going for the lead here with Annis and Cardoza. Cardoza looking to the bottom. Cardoza looked really good in his heat race, but unfortunately ended up in an incident. He is going to slide up into 3. Parks it right on the nose. He is going to have the lead off before they're going to drag race down the line. Watch Annis down to the bottom of the racetrack. He is going to slide up, and we've got a caution. Caution flag out. It looks like it might be involving Aiden Thronberry. He is around into the wall off of turn number 4. So our first caution flag here in the D main, as we have 4 laps down, 6 to go. Your leader, Landon Cardoza, Parker Annis, Joseph Grum. We'll see if we can see what happened to Thronberry. excuse me. So we see that Thornberry up on the outside of the racetrack there in the 8, down there in the bottom in the 31. I don't know who that is because I don't have a 31 on my score sheet, on my timing and scoring. But it looks like Thornberry just kind of gets in the wall all on his own and just rides the fence, and that'll do that to you at Knoxville. You get into that outside wall, it does not want to let go. He is going to end up biking it up on that right front. Who's that comes around, tries to finish him off? The 19 is going to finish him off right there. Thornberry is going to go upside down. That is going to bring out our first caution flag here in the D main. All right, so right now our 5 transfer cars is going to be Cardoza. Let's see if this works here or not. Nope, not going to work. Cardoza, Annis, Groom, May, Dean Reynolds, Chris Schaefer. That is going to be our top 6. So Reynolds right now holding on to that final transfer spot there in the 5th spot. All right, we got 4 laps down, 6 to go. The 21 of Cardoza has made his way to the front. Did not have a good heat race, but he's making the most of it here in this D main. Let's see if he can run the Alphabet Super all the way to the feature. All right, roll through 3 and 4 here. And you can see right there on the timing and scoring, Landon Cardoza started back in 11th. He's all the way up to 10th, only 4 laps into this race. He is definitely the class of the field here in this DMA, but Parker Annis doing everything he can to hang on. And one more time, Cardoza is going to get on the loud pedal. He is going to come off of turn number 4. He's going to lead the field down into turn number 1. Annis there in second. Groom side by side. We're 3 wide back here for the final transfer spot with Reynolds, Schaefer, and Gallo now. Shane Gallo down there in the 7th spot. SGR Racing trying to get himself into a transfer spot. And he is going to battle it out there with it looks like the likes of Tyler Benny. In the meantime, Cardoza's checking out, and it's pretty solid there in the 2nd spot. We got a little battle going on here for 3rd, 4th, and 5th with May. Looks like Groom there in the 3rd spot, Andrew May and Dean Reynolds. And it's Schaefer back there outside looking in the 6th spot. The number 19 just not able to get in the transfer spot. Gallo's now still back up to 7th, trying to find his way up to the front. But in the meantime, we've got 3 laps left to go. We're going to come across the stripe. 2 sticks in the air, 2 to go right now for Landon Cardoza. Going to try to take the win here in the D main. Parker Annis right there in 2nd. Joseph Groom, Andrew May, and Dean Reynolds. That's your top 5. They look pretty solid to be our 5 transfer cars. I don't see Schaefer making up that much ground with 1 lap left to go here at Knoxville. Comes off of turn number 2. Landon Cardoza looking to take the win here. He has got Parker Annis right there behind him, but quite a ways back. About a 1.5 seconds now at this point, and it's going to be Landon Cardoza in the number 21 coming across the line to take the win. Annis in 2nd. Joseph Groom's going to take the 3rd spot. Andrew May, Dean Reynolds, Chris Schaefer, and Shane Gallo is going to come home in 7th. Tyler Benny, Colton Kinney, and Aiden Thornberry. That is going to be our 10 finishers here in the D main. See if we can pull up our full results or not. Design Metal Art. You're looking for some cool metal art. Check out Design. We've got their website is scrolling around down here on the bottom scroller, so check them out. EPI, Elite Performance Industries. You're looking for a setup, any of the setups here for iRacing, check out EPI, Elite Performance Industries. We're going to get lined up here for our C main. SGR Steinman Gallo Racing presenting the DOB Season 360 Sprints Season 22 here for us tonight. Got a couple of their drivers in this heat race. I see Dustin Steinman and A-Case in this C main. But on the pole is going to be Connor Dudick. Take a look here at our starting grid as we get rolling here. Another one of our sponsors, Corbin Matthews, country music singer. If you like some good country music, check out Corbin. He's got a bunch of good stuff out. All right, we're going to go around the track here one more time. It looks like the pace truck's going to roll through 3 and 4. Lights are out. going to go around one more lap here in our C main. Dudek, Voigt, Jack Young, Drew Bailey, Jay Schaaf, Dustin Steinman, Bowen Smith back there in the 7th stop. Mason Hannigan, not a place Mason used to be in here. He finds himself in the middle of this C main, starting back in 9th. He's got to get 4 or 5 spots up here. He's going to transfer out of this. So we look up here to the front. It is Connor Dudek on the pole. Braden Voigt, Jack Young, Drew Bailey. That is your top 4 here starters. Watch the pace truck pull in off of turn number 4. The opening round of the DOB Season 22 360 sprints here at Knoxville. C-Main getting ready to get underway. Connor Dudek going to bring us to the line. And unlike what we've seen in all the other races, he's going to wait a little bit to get on the throttle, but he's still going to get a pretty good jump. Dudek's going to take the lead down into 1. And we are piled up on the bottom of the racetrack. It is a train down there. Our lead is getting separated away, but we're kind of clustered right here from about 6th on back. Right there in the 6th spot right now is Schaaf. Oh, and who's that around sideways? It looks like that was Clapp. Clapp's involved in this one. It looks like that might have been Tony Dominguez. We see William Clapp in the 4. He has got some damage. Tony Dominguez out of this race. Case out of this race as well. We'll see if we can see what happened here. It was a little hard to see as it was happening. So we can see Case up on the top of the racetrack, and the 1, he gets a little bit of contact. He's into the outside wall. See if we can see what happens. You see Case spin around. He is, at the same time, we've got, it looks like the 62 around, and he is going to collect William Clapp in the 4. Clapp's going to come, that's the 52 actually. So the 52 and Clapp are going to get together, and here comes the 21. That's Cardoza, our D-main winner. He is going to get into the back of this. So unfortunate, we're going to lose a few cars out of our D-main winner who was hoping to run his way through the alphabet soup from D to A. He is going to find himself out of this race, or at least in the pits right now, trying to get some damage repaired. And you can see the 52 still going around right there. I'm not quite sure who that was. I think that was, yeah, I'm not quite sure. It'd be nice if my timing and scoring had the same as the car numbers on the cars, but we make the most of it the best we can. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being patient with some of our bugs we have. We just the timing and scoring software just does not like these caution flags. It's all built off of NASCAR, F1, all the road course stuff. So it doesn't like it when it's not counting the caution lap. So it kind of glitches out on us every once in a while. So I say something's in a wrong position, I mean, I will make mistakes, but the software's not helping me out any. So, been working with these guys at SDK. They're fantastic. Really, if you're doing some different stuff out there, you're looking for some overlays, some of this stuff we got up. SDK's been really, really good to us. We got our good buddy Shane Cochran over at Collateral Sports Network that does a bunch of these different graphics for us that work really, really fantastic. Come back and watch us at 11 Eastern. For the Western Racing League Truck Series, and you'll see a lot of these graphics that work. They just don't like to function very well for the dirt races. But as we get the pace truck going to pull in here, we're going to be green flag one more time. Connor Dudek with the lead. Jack Young, Drew Bailey there in the 3rd spot. See if we can zoom out here just a little bit, see what's going on. You see Schaaf right now in our final transfer spot in the 5th position. He has got Hannigan. Mason Hannigan has made his way up 3 spots. He's looking to get himself into a transfer spot, get himself into the B. Watch that 7 car down on the bottom, one of the most experienced drivers in the DOB field. He is now up to 5th. He has got, it looks like Bailey on his outside. We've got another caution flag. It looks like Parker Annis upside down off of 2. I think that might have been Cody Bodie along there with him. So Cody and Parker Annis. So Parker had a good run in the D main. He finds himself out of this C. Take a quick look at the replay here. I have to change my replay time. It's rewinding a little too far, I think. So we take a look here at Parker Annis there in the number 2. Is going to roll through turn number 2 here. And it just looked like, I'm not sure who that was. It looked like that was Bodie. Bodie gets catching that outside wall. Comes back down across the racetrack, catches Annis. And they both go for a tumble off at turn number 2. All right. Connor Dudek still with the lead into number 7. They're going to roll through 1 and 2 here one more time. I'm going to change a little bit of settings here to not rewind quite as far on these replays. All right, we're a one-man show here, producing, calling the race, running the camera. So every now and then we got to take just a step away, but it's Connor Dudek with the lead right here in the C main. Opening night for the DOB here at Knoxville. Dudek, Young, Bailey, your top 3 Schaaf, and it looks like Dustin Steinman in the 17 might have the final transfer spot here in the C. Right behind him, he has got Mason Hannigan. Do not expect Hannigan to stay out of a transfer spot very long. He's back there in 6th. That Black Diamond Motorsports driver looking to find his way back into a transfer, get himself into the B main. Come off of turn number 2 is going to be Dudek, Young. Really had a chance to use a lot of different camera angles here tonight. A little drone shot here from the infield. Pacetrack's going to pull off the racetrack. Dudek's going to get on the throttle. He is going to bring us to the line here. We've got 8 laps left to go in this B main, or the C main, sorry. 3 wide for the 2nd spot. Young, Schaaf, and Bailey. Hannigan's now made his way up to 5th. He's around Steinman for that final transfer spot. Steinman's got his hands full with Bowen Smith. They're in the 6th spot. Hannigan still working the bottom. He is really making that bottom of the racetrack work. He is going to find his way around Bailey for the 4th spot. I don't think he's done yet. He has got his sights set on Jay Schaaf and Jack Young right there in front of him. Here comes Hannigan. Hannigan started back there in the 9th spot. He's all the way up to 4th. And he is really rolling the bottom of the racetrack. Look at the 7. Now up to 3rd. He's going to make it a 2 for off of turn number 2. Can he get all the way to 2nd? No, he's going to lose a little momentum there. Slides back to 4th. But watch this run. He gets on the bottom through 3 and 4. Mason Hannigan's going to get a good run off of 4. But unfortunate, still going to fall back to 4th. But he's in a transfer spot now. He is trying to get himself up into the top 3. Connor Dudek, Jack Young, Hannigan now in the 3rd spot. Jay Schaaf comes back around the outside. We've got a 3-car battle for 2nd. All these guys are in the B main. They don't want to do anything crazy. Hannigan's going to take another run to the bottom of the racetrack, just not able to slide up. Dudek, Hannigan, Jack Young, but here comes Dudek. Hannigan now is going to slide up the racetrack. He's going to cross the nose of Young, but he is going to take that 2nd spot away. Young checks up a little bit. That's going to allow Schaaf to get by him for 3rd. Hannigan now up to 2nd. We're still fighting out Cordoza. I thought Cordoza was out of this race. He got that car repaired. He is up to 5th. He's in that final transfer spot. Bowen Smith into the wall right there behind him. We've got 3 to go. Coming across the line. 2 laps left to go for Connor Dudek. And Connor with about a 2.5 lead over the 2nd run in Mason Hannigan. Jay Schaaf, Landon Cordoza. Jack Young's now up to 4th. Cordoza now trying to improve his position. He's in the final transfer spot in 5th. Here comes Smith up on the outside with a great run off of 4. He is going to have a run off the corner. Look to the bottom. Cordoza blocks off that slider, goes to the bottom, does not allow Bowen Smith to cross him over. That is going to keep Cordoza in that transfer spot. But watch Smith get that roll up through 3 and 4 one more time. Cordoza slides up the racetrack. It's going to be a drag race for that final transfer spot, but it looks like Cordoza comes across the racetrack. I don't think he's going to cross the line. Cordoza came down off the corner off of turn number 4 and caught the front of Bowen Smith. We'll see, take another look at that finish here before, hopefully I can see it before it transfers over to the next race. So we can see Cordoza up on top of the racetrack. He cuts the car down across and just makes a hard left down across the nose of Bowen Smith. And that is going to take Cordoza out of a transfer spot. And that is going to put Bowen Smith into 5th. They're going to make final transfer to our B mains. We're getting ready to roll off the line here. Alright, so let's get gridded up here. It looks like we're going to have Spencer Putney. We'll see if we can pull up our results from our C main. And it was Connor Dudek taking the win. Mason Hannigan with a great drive all the way up to 2nd. Gets himself into the back of this B. Jay Schaaf, Jack Young, Bowen Smith. That's our transfer cars. Andrew. Let's see here. Did I see Bowen Smith? Actually, it looks like we only took 4. But actually, Jack Young was the final transfer. We only took 4 cars out of there, so I thought it was 5, so my mistake there. But so Jack Young going to transfer on to the back of this B main. Bowen Smith, Andrew May, Drew Bailey, Joseph Groom, Braden Voigt, Dustin Simon, Landon Cordoza, Cody Bodie, Parker Annis, William Clapp, Tony Dominguez, and A-Case. That was your 16 cars there in that C main as we are getting ready to get rolling here for our B. And it's going to be Spencer Putney on the pole. And as soon as my screen quits doing funky things, I'll tell you who the rest of the lineup is going to be. A couple of pace laps here before we get our B main rolling. We are rolling through the evening. We ran 5 heat races, a D main, a C main. We're getting ready to start the B. And it is Spencer Putney on the pole. To his outside is going to be Austin Griffey, Adam Buchanan, Matthew Rogers, Neville Uff, Joshua Pickle, Jared Garini, Blake Burgess, John Klimowicz Jr., Brian Moore, Robert Wusick, James Turnbull, Blake Dawson, Trevor Royer, Mason Hannigan. Watch for that 7 car starting back here in the, it looks like the 14th spot. Now, that's our C-main transfer cars right there, out there in the back, but up front, keep an eye on Spencer Putney. Finished in the top 3 in the point standings last year for season 21. Looking to get a good start here in season 22. On the pole here in the B main, he needs to finish in the top 4. Top 4 cars will transfer to the A. Putney, Griffey, Buchanan. Gonna roll off of turn number 4. The 17 pace truck pulls in. They're gonna wait just a little bit. We're getting kind of sacked up, but here comes Putney with a jump. Caught Griffey sleeping. He's got a big jump right there down to the bottom of the racetrack. It looks like Buchanan now up to 2nd. Neville Uff trying to get himself up into a transfer spot. It looks like the 26 and the 44 make some contact. They're hung up right there. They're going to get free. It looks like the 26, that's Matthew Rogers, going to get it collected and going to keep rolling, but unfortunately he's going to fall all the way back to 9th. The 57 of Griffey up on the outside in the 2nd spot. Buchanan there in 3rd. Pickle in 4th. Neville up in the 5th spot. Off of turn number 4 to complete lap number 2. 12 laps left to go in this B main. It is Spencer Putney all alone out in front with about a 2nd gap back to Austin Griffey and Pickle. Buchanan right there in the final transfer spot is Neville up in the 21. Outside looking in. We're keeping an eye on this number 7. Keep an eye on Mason Hannigan. He's charging through the field. He's all the way up to 7th after starting back in 16th. He is rolling this racetrack. He's got to get 3 more cars here to get himself into the feature in the 7th spot. Now, right now, we're keeping an eye on the progress of Mason Hannigan right now, but right now it is all Spencer Putney in the 17, rolling the top of the racetrack here at Knoxville. A 1-second gap back to Austin Griffey, Joshua Pickle, Adam Buchanan, and Blake Burgess. And Burgess now going to slide up in that 4th spot. He is going to slide up into Pickle. Actually, he got into Buchanan there. Buchanan goes for a ride. He is upside down off of turn number 4. That's going to collect a few other cars. We see Matthew Rogers out of the race. He's in the infield in the 26. Garini also involved here as he's falling back to the back of the racetrack. So we have got our first caution flag here in the B main. 5 down, actually 4 down, 10 laps left to go. We'll take a quick look here, see if we can see what happened. So we see Buchanan here up on the top of the racetrack. I think that's, let's see, who is that down there on the bottom? So unfortunate there for Buchanan. Just really not his fault right there. That car down on the bottom kind of just slid up the racetrack right there. I gotta see who that is. I think that was that Burgess? That is Burgess. Has Blake Burgess down there on the bottom as they go into turn number 3. He is going to try to slide up the racetrack. He just like the car gets a little tight on him. Starts to slide up the racetrack, and he just keeps chasing it up. I think he's hoping he's going to clear Buchanan. He tries to turn away from it right there, but it's a little bit too late. That is going to put Adam Buchanan up into the fence, upside down. He's going for a ride. See Mason Hannigan with a good job missing that incident. We see everybody else back there missing it except for the 55. He is also going to get tangled up with the 2. And we got about 4 cars involved before this thing is over. We're going to go back to live here because I think they're going to go green here real quickly on us. All right, Spencer Putney's still here. leading this B main. He's at every single lap. Austin Griffey, Joshua Pickle, Neville off in the 4th spot. But look right there in 5th. Mason Hannigan started all the way back in 16th. We're only 4 laps into this race. He's already passed 11 cars. He is 1 spot out of the final transfer spot. Our Pittsburgh, Indiana driver, Mason Hannigan, up to 5th. Pace truck is pulling in. We're going to go green here one more time. Putney, once again, with another good jump. Griffey, Pickle. I'm going to watch this battle for Hannigan. So I think Hannigan's going to make a big slide, and he's going to do just that. He is going to go down to the bottom of the racetrack. He is up to 4th. We've not seen anybody make the bottom of the racetrack work near as well as Hannigan has all night long, but he is moving to the front. He is not done yet. He started, like we said, back in 16th. He's up to 3rd, and I think he's going to get by Griffey here for the 2nd spot as they come off of turn number 2. And he is going to go up here and challenge our leader, Spencer Putney. Putney on the top of the racetrack, Hannigan on the bottom. Let's see who has the advantage here off of 4. We're going to come across the line here halfway through, 7 down, 7 to go. Putney kind of goes down to the bottom of the racetrack just a little bit. I think he was trying to block off a little bit of a slide job from Hannigan, but I think Hannigan's just happy running the bottom. Putney, Hannigan. Oh, we got an incident back in the back. It looks like Neville up is going to go around. I'm not sure who else that would look like. It might have been Burgess again. Second caution flag. It looks like it's involving Robert Wojcik and Neville Uff right there. We'll take a look real quick. See if we can see what happened. So it looks like the 21 of Uff is going to get into, I'm not sure who that was on the outside of him there. It might have been, no, it wasn't Buchanan. Not quite sure who it was. It looks like it might have been Pickle, because it looks like Pickle's out of this. It was Joshua Pickle. We'll take a look here one more time. Yeah, so Ulf just gets into the corner right there. Just slides up, gets into Pickle. That's going to send him around. And it looks like both of them are into the infield, maybe with their days done. All right, back to live time here. And it's Spencer Putney and Mason Hannigan with just a hell of a drive here in this B main all the way back. Came out of the C, started 16th in this. He's all the way up to 2nd, and I don't think he's done yet. I think he's got something for Spencer Putney. We've got 6 laps left to go. Appreciate you being here with us. My name is Chris Murphy with DRSN. Opening round of the DOB Season 22 here at Knoxville, and it is going to be Spencer Putney bringing us to the stripe on the restart. We're going to go around one more time. Trucks comes off at turn number 4. Lights are still on. So it's Putney, Hannigan, Griffey, Dudek, your transfer cars right now. Your top 4. Outside looking in is the 2J of James Turnbull. Jay Schaefer right back there in the 6th spot. Trevor Royer, Sean Klimowicz Jr., Blake Dawson, Matthew Rogers, Blake Burgess, Robert Wojcik, and Jared Guarini are only 13 cars left running on the racetrack. All right, we're halfway down the back straight. We're going to come to the green next time by. Pace truck will pull in here off of turn number 4. Let's see if Putney gets on the throttle here earlier or waits. Truck pulling in. He's going to wait just a little bit. A good jump. He doesn't get much of a jump on Hannigan. Hannigan knew exactly what he was going to do. These guys are running a lot of laps together. Putney into the middle of the racetrack, slides up off of 2. Hannigan's going to get a run off the bottom. They're going to be side by side heading into 3. Putney goes down to the middle of the racetrack, tries to block off any kind of slider attempt. We got another car into the wall on the outside, losing a roof wing or nose wing there for a second, or roof wing there for a second, but he just kind of magically reappears. The magic of iRacing. Good battle for the lead. Good battle for 3rd and 4th. Griffey and Dudek side by side. Turnbull in the 5th spot, still trying to get into a transfer spot. Little contact there from Griffey and Dudek. Dudek's going to lose some momentum. That is going to allow Turnbull to get by him for the 4th spot. 3 laps left to go in this. They're fighting it out for the final transfer. Hannigan and Putney look to be pretty comfortable up there in 1st and 2nd, so we're going to keep an eye on this final transfer spot. Dudek now up to 4th. Turnbull turns the car down across the bottom of the racetrack off of 4. Going to come across the line, and they're side by side right now. He's going to slide up the racetrack. A little bit of contact right there as Turnbull kind of slid up into Dudek into 1 and 2. They're going to come down the back straightaway. Lap and a half left to go. Who is going to put this car in the show? Turnbull, Dudek. fighting out for that final transfer spot, 4th and 5th. It looks like Turnbull a little bit sideways there off of 4. That lets Dudek get by. They make contact into 1. That is going to put Turnbull around. He is going to kill all his momentum. That puts Dudek now up into 4th. We'll take a look at our leaders as they come off the corner. It's Putney, Hannigan, Griffey, your top 3. Dudek pretty solid in that 4 spot. It looks like Turnbull into the outside wall. And it's going to be Spencer Putney winning the B main here at Knoxville. Mason Hannigan in 2nd. Austin Griffey, Connor Dudek, James Turnbull. That is going to be our top 5. So Turnbull not happy. You can see down the back straightaway right here. Not happy with the 7 of Dudek after the checkered. We're tangling up down there in turn number 3. All right, so let's see if we can get our results up here for our B main. There we go. B main completed here. Spencer Putney coming home with the win. Mason Hannigan all the way from the back. Mason came from the C main. He has put himself into the back of this A. Austin Griffey in 3rd. Connor Dudek, James Turnbull, John Klimowicz, Blake Dawson, Josh Pickle, Matthew Rogers, and Blake Burgess are rounding out our top 10 there in the B main as we're getting ready to start our, it looks like we've got a little bit of a warm-up here. About a 5-minute warm-up, it looks like. Give these guys a little bit of a chance to gather themselves, and I'm going to take advantage of the same situation. So we're going to pull up another commercial. We didn't get a chance to pull up that commercial earlier, so we're going to pull up a commercial here with Admin Box as we see Mason Hannigan making some laps out there. So if you're looking for some gear, check out Admin Box. Use the code DRSN-BOXX for a discount. We're going to be back here in just a minute. We'll keep the split screen up. All right, so it looks like we're getting gridded up here. They fast forwarded it on me. I thought they were going to do a little 5-minute warm-up, but we've got 35 laps here at Knoxville to decide who is going to win the first race. Tyler Schell, if you weren't here earlier, Tyler Schell, the all-time winningest DOB driver here at Knoxville, combining with 12 wins across 360 sprints and 410 sprints. So Tyler Schell starting on the pole of this 35-lap feature. Gavin Chapman to his outside, Rylan Gray. Let's see if we can get our lineup to see if it'll work here now that we have... All right, let's refresh a few things here. And it's not going to work for us. So it looks like it's going to be Tanner Pettit on the front row. Actually, it's Tyler Schell on the pole. Sorry, Tyler Schell on the pole. Once this gets all straightened out, you can see kind of glitchy it is right there what it's doing to me. Schell, Benny, Chatham, Braden Voigt, Rylan Gray, Adam Buchanan going to start back there in the 6th spot. All right, let's see if we get any of our lineup stuff to work. Here we go, Tyler Schell. That's still not accurate, is it? All right, Schell, Chatham, Gray, Tanner Pettit going to start in the 4th position. Bryce Heinstein had a good run in his heat race earlier. He is going to start in 5th. Parker Leak, Alex Rudinsky, Chad Griggs, our Aces Up Sim Sports going to start back there in the 6th spot. Aiden, we take a look at Aiden Forrester right here. Brandon Stewart to his outside in the 21. Michael Sheridan, Zachary Good, Kenny Hoffman starting back here in the 13th spot. Dustin Sargent, Shane Yost, Michael Shuring. We're going to come around here. Let's see. Are we going to go green this time? Bye. Truck's going to pull in. We are going to go green. Tyler Schell going to bring us to the stripe. He is going to lead into turn number 1. It's Tyler Shell, Gavin Chapman, Ryland Gray, and Pettit to the outside of the racetrack. He is going to run off a 2. He is going to get on Gray for that 3rd spot. We got a battle up here in the front. Pettit working the top of the racetrack. Shell down on the bottom. The elbows up SimSports driver in the 85. Leading this race, Gavin Chatham right there in 2nd. Tyler Pettit up there in the 3rd spot. We're taking a look at our movers in this race so far. It looks like we're going to have our first caution flag. It looks like it might have been involving Joseph Grandy. You see Grandy down there into the infield of the racetrack. Got fireworks going off for some reason. I'm not sure what that's about. The race just going. Who's that pulling down in? Is that? I think that was Austin Motley. He is also going to pull down to the racetrack. We'll see if we can see what happened to Grandy here. I think it might have started with Motley. Yeah, they're sideways down the back straightaway there. Grandy just gets involved. I think Motley already involved in this. Grandy's just really nowhere to go. See if we can take a look here one more time. As they're coming off of turn number 2, we see Motley up here in the 37. Little contact from the 99. That is going to... He tries to save the car. The 10 gets in the back of him right there. And here along comes Grandy, just nowhere to go. Going to get collected up in this. So we've got just a couple laps down here, 2 laps down. Get back to live time here. All right, we look down on the Knoxville Speedway. It's Tyler Shell out in front. 2 laps to go. We roll down the back straight over here into turn number 3. Gonna go green this time by Shell, Chapman, Pettit, Gray, your top 4. Well, looks like we're gonna go around one more time. I took a guess at it and I was wrong. All right, we got 2 laps down, 33 to go. Shell, Chapman, Pettit, Gray, and Leak, your top 5. Laps will roll off in a hurry if these guys stay under green flag conditions. All right, Shell and Chapman. Shell going to bring us down. You can already see Shell already anticipating the start here. The truck's going to pull off a 4. And we are single file down at the bottom of the racetrack, coming across the line. 3 down, 32 left to go. Tyler Shell, Chapman, which looks like that Pettit to the outside of the racetrack. Gray took a look to the inside, but not able to hold it off. You can see Heinstein side by side with Parker Leak back there for the 6 and 7 spot. But it is all Tyler Shell right now out in front. We're gonna dub him the DOB King of Knoxville. 12 feature event wins here at Knoxville with the Dirty Old Bastards. He has the lead. Chapman there in 2nd. We look at Forrester, side-by-side battle here with Forrester and Bryce Honstein there for the 5th and 6th spot. Forrester's going to clear him. Forrester now up to 5th after starting, or excuse me, up to 4th now after starting back in 9th. We're also keeping an eye on this charge from Mason Hannigan. Hannigan came out of the back of the C up through the B. He is now up 10 spots, up to 12th. We're keeping an eye on his charge. But right now, it is Tyler Shell, Gavin Chatham, Tanner Pettit, your top 3, Aiden Forrester in the 4th spot. Bryce Heinstein, Ryland Gray. We've got a little bit of a cluster here going on for about 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. You can see Brandon Stewart, Park Leak down on the bottom of the racetrack. Stewart to his outside. The 27 of Griggs also in this battle. And he has got Kenny Hoffman right there behind him, along with Hannigan in the picture. Now Hannigan coming up along. He's got Hoffman. Hoffman not having quite the charge you expect out of that one car, as he finds himself back in about 10th right now. This is a heavy field right now. All the heavy hitters are here tonight. Tyler Shell, Gavin Chatham, Tanner Pettit, Aiden Forrester, your top 4. Ryland Gray in the 5th spot. We'll see what's going on back in the middle. Looks like we got a good race going on back here for about 10th on back. Hoffman on the bottom. We see Griggs right there. The 07 of Sherlin. Hannigan also in the picture. The number 1 of, excuse me, the 1 of Leak. And here comes Hannigan making it 3 wide to the center off of 4. He is going to put himself right in the middle of the racetrack. He's trying to get around Parker Leak down on the bottom, and he's got the Michael Sherling right there in front. Stewart into the outside wall right there in front of this group. We see the other one car down on the bottom. That is Leak. That is going to put Hannigan now up to 9th. Up front, it is all Tyler Shell. A 2.5 second advantage back to the 99 of Chatham. Pettit rolling the top, not able to really make up any ground. Forrester also right in the picture. He is up on the top. Pettit now down to the bottom. Take a look from our drone shot here. You can see Forrester and Pettit now making up some ground on the 99 of Chatham. Pettit going to look to the inside. Not able to make a pass. He is going to clear him though off of 4. He's going to clear Chatham. Forrester going to try to follow along. Chatham goes down to the bottom of the racetrack to block off that run from Forrester. Forrester not able to get around. He is up to 5th. Excuse me, Forrester up to 4th right now. He's trying to get around 3rd. And here comes Mason Hannigan now up 16 spots. Started in 22nd all the way up to 6th. Trying to run his way from the back of the C all the way up through the B. He is now fighting for a top 5 transfer, top 5 spot with Riley Gray. Gray's got 5th. Hannigan there right behind him. And then look up to the front, and Tyler Shell is getting ready to put a lap on the 17 of Spencer Putney. You don't see that too often, but Putney struggling here tonight. He is going to go a lap down. Here comes Shell to his outside as we complete lap number 14. 21 laps left to go. We come across the stripe to complete lap number 15. Be 20 laps to go as Shell comes across the line. He has led every single lap of this race right now. Pettit in 2nd. Chapman and Forrester. And Hannigan has now made his way up to 5th. We take a look at our last lap lead times. The fastest car on the racetrack was Mason Hannigan at a 17.692. So he is coming in a hurry. He's up 17 spots. He is really making the bottom of the racetrack work. Down the back straightaway comes Tyler Shell in tow. Tanner Pettit, Aiden Forrester. The elbows up Sim Sports driver leading the 2 Tanner Pettit racing cars right back there. We do have one little cool graphic that was working. We see our team Tanner Pettit drivers where they are on this field. We see Pettit there in 2nd, Aiden Forrester 3rd, Kenny Hoffman and Austin Mueller, all 4 of these drivers in the top 10. And we have got a caution. Caution flag looks like it's involving Michael Sheridan. You see the nose wing off the 15 right there. Let's see if we can see what happened. You see Sharon up on the top of the racetrack. I think that's the 7. Is that Dudek to his inside? And it looks like Sheridan just kind of comes down. Doesn't really give him a lot of space right there. And he gets together with Dudek. Around goes Sheridan. He is going to collect the 10. I think that's, I'm not sure who that 10 was. So Sheridan now, so we've got our 2nd caution flag of this A main. We were rolling the laps off right there. We're halfway through. 18 down, 17 to go. Yeah, back up to the front. Paycheck finally makes his way out onto the racetrack. Thank you for being here with us. My name is Chris Murphy with DRSN. Opening night of season 22 for the DOB, the Dirty Old Bastards 360 Sprint. They have the leader of the DOB, Chris Roberts, had some technical issues and wasn't able to get things together for a couple of months. It's been 4 months since the 360 Sprints have hit the racetrack. And here we are tonight, happy to be here, 9-race season. As we're under caution, we'll take a look here at the schedule here one more time. We're going to come back next week at Houston Speedway on the 24th. March 31st, we're going to be back for Charlotte and then Port Royal on April the 7th. Eldora Speedway on the 14th. Kern Raceway out in California on the 21st. Williams Grove back in the state of Pennsylvania on the 28th. Cedar Lake Speedway on the 5th. And we're going to round out the season with a 35-lap feature in Florida at Volusia Speedway Park on May 12th. We'll be here every Tuesday night with you. Really appreciate you spending the evening with us. As we wrap up this feature, we're going to come back in about 25 minutes for the Western Racing League Truck Series, Viking Construction Truck Series at Darlington. But we still got a few more laps left to go in this one. And Tyler Shell is going to bring us to the flag here. 18 down, 17 to go. We're halfway through. Shell, Pettit, Forrester, Chapman in the 4 spot. We got somebody into the outside wall. It looks like that was Ryland Gray. Gray into the outside wall. He's going to gather back up, and he's going to lose a lot of spots. He's falling back through this field. It's still Tyler Shell out in front. Tanner Pettit and Forrester now fighting for that second spot. Hannigan now finds his way around Chapman for fourth. And Chatham's going to fall back to fifth now. And Kenny Hoffman's had a good run. He has got him. He found a little bit of pace. He had kind of fallen back to about the top 10 earlier, but now he is coming to the front up to sixth. He is challenging Chapman for that fifth spot as well. But here, the two Tanner Pettit Racing, Pettit and Forrester, are now going to fight it out for second. Forrester's going to get by on the outside. Pettit trying to work the bottom, not able to get up enough head of steam. And Mason Hannigan also working the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Kenny Hoffman. Kenny Hoffman loves to run that cushion, and as I say that, he dives to the bottom. I think he thought Chapman was going to go to the top, so he went to the bottom of the racetrack. He's got a good run off of two. Can he clear Chapman into three? Not quite. We've got a car into the outside wall up there, the wing off the top of the car. I think that was actually Pettit in the 24. Doesn't look like he took a lot of damage. He's got some speed building to back up, but he's got Mason Hannigan now all over the back of him. Pettit, Hannigan, Chatham, and Hoffman now your top six. Up front, it is all Tyler Shell, but here comes Aiden Forrester. Aiden Forrester running that slider line. Do 1 and 2 down on the bottom of the racetrack, slides up through off the corner. Let's see if he does the same thing in 3 and 4. No, down in turn number 3, he's going to get up on the cushion. Forrester looks like the fastest car on the racetrack right now. Look at the lap times. He is about a tenth of a second faster the last time by on Tyler Shell, but he's only got 11 laps left to go. We take a look here at the 85, the elbow up Sim Sports driver. Led every single lap of this race, but Aiden Forrester is closing in. Forrester, Pettit, Hannigan. Hannigan reeling up on the back of the 24 for that third spot, not able to make a move on him here. Take a look here at, trying to find a good camera angle for us here. Hannigan's still sitting there in the fourth spot. It looks like Pettit's kind of got him covered. In the meantime, Forrester is now closing that gap by about 0.8 of a second, but he's kind of falling back here a little bit the last couple of laps. You can see the track drying out through the center of the racetrack. Forrester trying to drive down from the top, diving that off to get a little momentum, driving down the hill, but not able to make up ground. We're going to get caution number 3, and it looks like it's involving Dustin Sargent. He's around down here, and it looks like somebody else not really happy. They're trying to also get into the picture. It might have been Shane Yost. So we'll see if we can see what happened here real quick. We've got 7 laps left to go on this 28 down of this 35 lap feature. Let's see if we can see what happened right here. We see Sargent there in the middle of the racetrack. Where does Yost come into the picture here? So Sargent, I'm not sure who that was kind of slowing up in front of, but Sargent just drives into the bow of this Chad Griggs in the 27. I don't think Sargent was paying attention to how much Griggs was slowing down, gets in the back of him. Sargent trying to do a 360 right there. He's stuck in the middle of the racetrack, and just along comes Yost right there. Just really, I'm not going to say if it's nowhere to go there, but unfortunate. I think he might have thought that, let's see if we can see from the in-car here. Go live time. If you're looking at it from Yost's view right here, I think he's thinking that Sargent's going to spin up out of the way. He goes to the bottom, just not able to get slowed up enough. Hard contact into the 77 right there. All right, we get back to live time. We're going to go back to green. 7 laps left to go. All right, it's still Tyler Shell. Let's take a look at our lap leaders here in this race. It has been all Tyler Shell, 36 laps down. Actually, it's not 36, it's only 27. Like I told you, the software does not like the caution flags, not counting for laps. So, Tyler Shell's led every single lap of this race right now. 27 laps down, 8 laps left to go. All right, doubleheader here tonight on DRSN. In about 20 minutes' time, we are going to be here for the Western Racing League Truck Series at Darlington. My good buddy Tim White's going to join us in the booth for that one. But in the meantime, we've got to get this wrapped up here. Tyler Shell, Aiden Forrester, Mason Hannigan, Gavin Chatham, Tanner Pettit. Pacetrack's going to pull into the infield off of turn number 4. We're going to go green here one more time. After our third caution flag, Shell Gets a pretty good separation there on Forrester, but Forrester, a little bit different line there through 1 and 2, slides up the racetrack, but not able to gain up a lot of ground. Let's see if he's got to run into 3. Hannigan now gets around Pettit, and so does Chatham there for that 3rd spot. So Hannigan now up to 3rd. Pettit falls back to 5th. Mason Hannigan on a charge. He has put on a show tonight from the C through the B, and he is all the way up to 3rd here after starting back in 22nd up 19 spots. He is not done yet. He has really got that 7-car rolling around the bottom of the racetrack here at Knoxville. He's now up to 3rd. He has got his sights set on the 20 of Aiden Forrester. Tyler Schell still out in front. He's led every single lap. 5 to go. As we come across the line, it is Tyler Schell, Aiden Forrester, Mason Hannigan. Roll down the backstretch into turn number 3. It is the 85 of Tyler Schell, elbow up Sim Sports driver. Led every single lap of this race, but he has got the 20 of Aiden Forrester, Tanner Pettit Racing, and Mason Hannigan in the Black Diamond Motorsports. And I think Hannigan's about used his stuff up. He's starting to fall back here a little bit. He might have used up that right rear tire coming through the field. He was on a charge, but it looks like he's falling back. I think it's going to come down to a battle here with Tyler Schell and Aiden Forrester. Schell working to the bottom of the racetrack. Forrester down the bottom of the racetrack through 1 and 2. Watch him switch. The last couple of laps, he's jumped up to the top through 3 and 4. Let's see if he does the same thing. This is going to be the battle for the lead right here. Tyler Schell, Aiden Forrester. Forrester to the top. He is going to get a run off of Ford. Does he have enough? He looks to have some good momentum off the corner. But Schell with a great run off the bottom. Last lap by about 0.04 of a second separated. They've got 2 laps left to go. A lap and a half to go as we head down the back straightaway. Tyler Schell, Aiden Forrester, Mason Hannigan are top 3, but it's going to come down to Schell and Forrester. Come across the line. 1 lap left to go for Tyler Schell. He is starting to get a little bit more separation. Forrester starting to fall back a little bit. It's all Tyler Schell. Schell off of turn number 2. He has got about a half a second gap back to that second place running. Aiden Forrester in the 20. They're going to come off of turn number 4 here at Knoxville. Round number 1 of season 22 is going to go to the 85 of Tyler Schell. Going to come home with the win. In second, Aiden Forrester. Mason Hannigan going to come all the way up to 3rd. A fantastic run for Mason Hannigan. Kenny Hoffman comes home in 4th. Tanner Pettit took a little bit of damage there at one point. He falls back to 5th. Gavin Chatham in the 6th spot. We'll see if we can get a quick interview with some of these guys at the same time. We're going to see if we pull up our results here. See if anybody jumps into our waiting booth here with us. All right, let's see if we can pull up our full results for not for the B main, but for the A main. Tyler Schell, 0.8 of a second gap back to Aiden Forrester. Aiden Forrester in the 2nd spot. Mason Hannigan, Kenny Hoffman, Tanner Pettit, Gavin Chatham, Michael Shearing, Parker Leak with a good run in the 8th spot. Brandon Stewart, Connor Dudek going to come home around at our top 10, and it's Bryce Hanniston, Casey Simmons, Chad Griggs with a good run into 13th. I think he probably would have hoped to run a little better than that, but his 13th spot. Graham Huffman, Michael Sheridan, Austin Griffey, Zachary Good, Dustin Sargent, Shane Yost, Rylan Gray, Spencer Putney in the 21st spot, Austin Motley, Alex Rosinski, and Joseph Grandia is going to round out our 24-car field here for opening round of season 22. We've got about, let me see here. It looks like Tyler Schell's in the booth here with us. Let's see if we can get Tyler in here with us. Hey, Tyler, you got Chris in the booth, buddy. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you well, and I actually got your audio for everybody else to hear too. What a pleasant surprise on my part. Hey, buddy, fantastic run out there tonight. You just did everything you had to do. You got out front, started up front. You led every single lap of this thing. Was it just kind of a Sunday drive for you?
I would say some of it was the first half. I would say I feel like I got out to a pretty good lead there. Didn't really want to see that caution halfway. I thought I really gave myself a decent buffer on the rest of the field if I had to have to switch a line or anything. Definitely had some time to realize it, but yeah, the late race cautions definitely had me on my toes there. Thought definitely I was a sit duck, but just luckily was able to hit my marks just good enough and able to pull away.
Well, we went back and looked at the stats for Dirty Old Bashers League over the years. This is your 13th feature win here in a sprint car at Knoxville. We're going to dub you the king of Knoxville, buddy.
That's a lot more than I thought I had here, honestly. I definitely I've won a couple of the Knoxville Nationals, so definitely. But yeah, try to see if we can put her in victory lane next week.
Well, you had to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you run a mirror or not, but I don't know if you saw Aiden coming up on you. But Aiden had a good run there, going for quite a while, but just not able. Just lost a little ground. Looks like he might have used his stuff up trying to catch you there. But could you see him back there? Do you know he was behind you?
Yeah, we can't. We don't. Chris disables the mirrors,
Oh,
so
gotcha.
only thing only I could hear him, and I can look at the relative to see if they're gaining or not. So that's how I knew that I had a decent lead halfway through it, but was able to build a decent gap there after that middle of the race caution, and then we had a late race caution there. I was definitely a little scared there. Every caution, the tires spun a little bit more, so just kind of praying that my slider line in 1 and 2 and the bottom in 3 and 4 was still the key.
Well, fantastic run tonight, buddy. Happy to be here with you guys again for season 22. It's good to get back. I've been doing a lot of pavement races, so it's fun to get back to the dirt. But hey, man, before you let you go, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, just like to thank you for coming on and broadcasting this. Hopefully I can do some of these races. I don't know with real life stuff starting up how busy I'll be, but I'll try to do as many as I can, and then yeah, just like thank Chris for putting it on, and then Ace is up, More Than Tires, and TJM.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck the rest of the season, and hopefully we'll see you next week at Huset's.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna get some quick interviews in here. We got to get on to the next race. Aiden, are you there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Great run there in second. You know, is there anything you could have done a little bit different to run Tyler down? It looked like you were trying just about every groove on the racetrack. You ran the bottom, you ran the top, you ran a slider line a couple of times there, but is there anything you could have done a little bit different? Do you have something in you?
Yeah, I should have just stuck to the line I ran the whole race there, and I started to try stuff those last couple laps and lost some time. I think if I could put together some just clean, consistent laps those last 3 laps, where I really started to try some things, and it just didn't work, and we lost some time. But we had a really good car tonight. We started 9th there, and to get up to 2nd here with this a good group of guys, and at Knoxville, it's tough to go forward in a 360 especially. So I'll take it. It's a good points night for our first night out, and we'll be back for the next race, and hopefully we can keep the good runs going.
Excellent. Yeah, great field of cars here tonight. Just it looks like just about anybody showed up here tonight for the first race here at Knoxville. Just you guys put on just one heck of a show, man. Hey, I know I had a bunch of your Tanner Pettit teammates out there. It looks like Tanner might have had a little problem, fell back there a little bit. But did you guys have kind of a plan to stay together, or you guys just all just run your own race?
Yeah, we're all communicating, working together the best we can. We're teammates, so we're trying to help each other out. And I came up on Tanner, and he's not going to race me too hard since we're teammates, and I had it figured out there in the midsection of the race. So we were able to get past him cleanly and just set a really good pace trying to run Tyler down. And I think we were able to match his pace and maybe a little bit better, but I just made a few mistakes. And but you have to try things to win these races. So tried it and it just didn't work this time.
Well, good run tonight, man. We look forward to the rest of the season. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before you get out of here?
Yeah, most importantly, I can't thank Tanner Pettit, TPR, enough. We've been working together for a long time now. Can't thank him enough. He gives all of us guys a chance at competing at this level. So can't thank him enough. Can't thank Jimmy PMAC Tools, 1425 Photography, Aces Up Sim Sport, CD Cinematography, Trackside Collective, Blake Carrick Racing, just everybody that helps us out.
All right, brother. Well, good luck. Good luck the rest of the weekend, and we'll see you next Tuesday night at Huset's.
Yep, thank you, man.
All right, we got one more quick interview here. We got Mason Hannigan. Mason, you got Chris up in the booth. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Dude, you just put on one hell of a show. I mean, you had a little trouble in the heat that put you back in the sea, but you drove your way through there. Just kind of tell us what your, how did you get through? Just tell me how you got through the field right there. That was some great driving all the way through. You missed a few incidents here and there, but just a fantastic job tonight, my friend.
Yeah, when you get drove through and you get a little pissed off, you kind of find yourself a little bit, and yeah, I just kind of went back to the old ways of driving, either I can move or get moved. So, and I really didn't even hit anybody. I just kind of muscled my way into a couple holes and made some holes, and yeah, I just got to the front there. And then when I got to third, when Tanner got docked there in that restart, my tires were pretty shot. and I figured they were. It took me too long to get to the front. Just kind of, it took me too long to get to the front for how hard I was running, and I kind of figured that. But I needed to know how much pace I had early, and I did. But I think I killed my tires in the process of it. So Tyler and Aiden were pretty good, and so was Tanner. He just got unlucky there with the getting docked. But yeah, race car was pretty good. After taking a few months hiatus, is pretty good again. So can't complain too much, and can't really complain about passing about I don't know 30 race cars or so.
Yeah, I mean, you look like you're about the only one really making the bottom of the racetrack work near as well as you were. You rolled that bottom really well. Did you have something just a little bit different on the setup that allowed you to do that?
Not really. Just kind of back to my baseline deal from the last Pro Series. I haven't really changed anything in the last 2 years or so. I just keep making the same adjustments really everywhere we go. I've had a couple minor adjustments here or there, but I got the top rolling pretty well there in the A. I kind of figured it out right there at the end of the B, and I could cut through the middle of 1 and 2 pretty well there in the B main, but I figured that would be pretty well gone there in the A, and sure enough it was. But I could cut through there a couple laps, and then it was definitely gone. But yeah, no, our cars we could pretty much go anywhere, and yeah, I don't know. There's not much more to say. Just
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, fantastic run there, man. You put on a really good show. Gave us something to talk about anyway. But hey, man, come back next week for Houston. Hopefully we'll see you there. And anybody else you want to give a shout out to before we let you out?
Yeah, for sure. All the boys at Black Time Motorsports. I can't thank Chris for putting this deal on again. I'm sure he had a headache tonight like he has any other time because how many race cars we had and how many cautions we had. But
No doubt.
yeah, no, we got to thank Chris, man. He's been doing this for a long time. And yeah, can't thank Ross Corrente there at Velocity Race Designs. And yeah, well, thank you for streaming this, and we'll be back next week.
All right, brother. We'll see you next week at Houston. Have yourself a good weekend.
Thank you, YouTube.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves out of here. We've got about 10 minutes before we get ourselves grouped up. I know Chris jumped in here with us, but thanks a lot, Chris. I appreciate you being here, buddy. But we're going to go ahead and get ourselves out of here. We've got to get ready for the Western Racing League. Once again, Tyler Shell coming home with a win, his 13th win in a 360 or 410 sprint car here at Knoxville. The King of Knoxville, we're going to dub him here for the DOB. Aiden Forrester second. Mason Hagen can come home in the third spot. So join us back in about, looks like about 8 or 9 minutes time. We're going to be right back with the Western Racing League Truck Series from Darlington. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to check us out. We'll be right back.